Assalamu alaikum. Dear student, how are you? Today we will discuss van der Waals equations. First of all, we will see from which equations that equation is derived. Basically, van der Waals equation is derived from general gas equations. What is the general gas equation? PV is equal to nRT. This general gas equation is used for the ideal gases, not for the real gases. We know that there is no ideal gas exist in this world. Only real gases exist. So, in daily life, we deal with the real gases. So, for real gases, this general gas equation is not valid. So we need new equations which is used for the real gases, which deal with the real gases, that is the van der Waals equations. After some changes in the general gas equations, a term is added with the pressure, a term is subtracted from the volume. The term which is added into the pressure, that is known as an square over v square, and the term is subtracted from the volume is nb. The term which is added in the pressure is known as volume correction. The term is subtracted from the volume is the volume corrections. Why there is needed to correct these pressure and volume? Its correction basis basically is the kinetic molecular theory. Kinetic molecular theory have two faulty postulates which was needed to correct. One postulate is there is no force of attraction between the gas molecules, that is usually ideal gas molecules, but we know that in the real gases there is a force of attraction exists. Second faulty postulate of the kinetic molecular theory is actual volume of gas molecules negligible as compared to the total volume of the vessel, that is known as volume correction. But actual volume of real gases cannot be negligible as compared to the total volume of vessel, volume of container, you can say also. So basis of the pressure correction is the first point of KMT, volume correction second point become the basis of volume corrections. Okay, now statement is that consider the van der Waals equations, briefly explain why a term is added to measure the pressure and why a term is subtracted from the container volume to correct the non-ideal gases behavior. Which term is added? N square or n square a over v square. Which term is subtracted? That is nb. Okay, why this term is added, why this term is subtracted, we will explain briefly. First of all, the reason in the ideal gases, with respect to pressure we will discuss. In the ideal gases, there it is assumed that gas molecules have no intermolecular force of attractions, but however in real gases molecules do attract each other, especially when they are close together. But that's the right, because real gases have a force of attractions, and they have when they are close to each other, especially the polar gases, when they are close to each other, they have force of attractions. What is the effect of force of attraction? The effect of force of attraction: stronger the attractive forces between the gas molecules, they do not collide with the walls of containers, and less pressure will be absorbed for the polar gases. Larger the polarity of gases, larger the force of attraction, and less will be the pressure inside the gas. Next, this term n square or n square multiply with a over v square is added to measure the pressure to account for this reduction. To reduce this pressure in the gas, this term is added. Due to attractive forces, pressure is reduced. How much pressure is reduced? This term is added. Especially n stand for number of moles, v stand for volume, a stand for, that is the constant. This constant depend upon the intermolecular forces between the gas molecules. Greater the intermolecular forces, greater the reduction in the pressures. So this term is added in the pressure correction. Why n and v is added, n square or v is added? Basically n square or v square reflect the density of gas square, since the attractor depend upon how much they are close, or basically n is the number of moles. Greater the number of moles, greater the number of molecules, they will be more close to each other. Then if they are more close to each other, there will be the greater force of attractions. Okay, this is the reason in the pressure correction n square a over v square is added to measure the attraction, to measure the reduction in the pressure. You can explain in different prospects. This term also explain the force of attraction. This term also explain the reduction in the pressure inside the container for the real gases. Okay, hope so you got my point with respect to the term which is added in the pressure correction. Okay, in next video we will discuss why this term our term is subtracted from volume.